Welcome back to another video. Today we have such an exciting video full of fun events coming up. I'm going to be attending my second ever pony club camp. I can't wait. But let me tell you about the horse I'm riding. So I'm riding my friend's horse. He's called A Force to be Reckoned With, or Dill. He is a 9-year-old Shetland Cross Icelandic who's 13.3 hands high and a gelding. And oh my gosh, he's so stunning. I can't wait to ride him, but we need to go grab him from the field. So let's go. You guys probably can tell already, but it is very early in the morning, so when I went to go get Dill, he was not very impressed, but we were over it in the end, and Dill is not the best loader. I did manage to find this out on my own, but in the end, we managed to hop in the trailer. And then we had to take the long drive all the way over to Steve's farm where the camp was being held. And then we had arrived at Pony Club Camp, so I was feeling a little bit nervous because I didn't know anybody but Emily, who was the person who gave me Dill to borrow for Pony Club Camp. So definitely was feeling a couple nerves, but also very excited. And we just went to hand raise the ponies for a little bit while we kind of sorted out what we were going to do. Then it was time to put the ponies kind of tied up, and then it was time to kind of get stables ready, make them look super nice to the ponies, and then put the ponies in the stables, and then we got our space ready. We had like this adorable little bunker thing almost, and it was so nice. There's Emily in the background. This is the finished product. We were really happy with how we organized it, and then it was time to tack up Dill for our first ride and our only ride of the day, which was going to be a hack, and I was so excited. Obviously got to go with camp colors and camp policies, with my helmet and stuff. So some camps will let you wear any colors, but some won't, like our camp. Anyway, then I put my hair in a hairnet and we were off. Emily did try to film me at first, but she couldn't really because her horse didn't really know, I had to go slower or faster. He kind of went, in between. He never really managed to keep up the same pace as Dill, so we decided to, in the end, go with a helmet cam, and we were off. Very exciting. Our hack was going to lead through Silverglade Village to the Everwind Fields, and we're going to have a good canter there. Very, very exciting. Could not wait. And I think the ponies could not wait either. They could kind of have a bit of a spring in their step. So the village of Silverglade is so gorgeous. I don't really get to hack here very often because I live at Startine Ranch quite far away. But oh my gosh, it was so pretty on this spring afternoon as well. And when I tell you this hack was long, it was a very, very long hack. I'm pretty sure when we came back, it was about 3:30 in the afternoon, so very late. And yeah, I have sped it up a little bit now just because it was a very, very long hack and we did do a lot of walking. So then we reached the Everwind Fields, and I was so excited to get some good gallops because, sure, we can go for gallops at Startine Ranch, but going somewhere like the Everwind Fields, it is just fields upon fields upon fields galore that you can just gallop all you want through, and I was so excited. So at first, our instructor just told us to kind of stay in a bit of a trot, don't go too far, don't go too fast, and of course, we split up into a bit of a canter not too long later, and then we had to find a little gap through the fence because our our leader of the group, instructor, whatever you want to call her, she was very strict about us not jumping because we didn't have our body protectors on and nor our fixed peak helmets. So we had to be very careful where we got through the fence kind of thing. It goes around the Everwind Fields. So I managed to find this little gap that Emily kind of trailed behind. And I think Dill is a really fast pony. Like, he's amazing. And he went really fast. So I let him a little bit looser, and then he was just a speed demon. Like, you can see his ears going back against the wind. He was going really fast, and we were going really far. A little bit too far, in fact. So I did need to kind of slow him down and then bring him back. Again, I did speed it up because it took a very long time to walk back because our instructor was, like, yelling at us, like, "Get back here!" Because we went way too far. I think me and Emily had a bit too much fun with our ponies, but I definitely would never take any of that back for my life. It was just so incredible riding along there. But before I knew it, we had to head back because it was getting slightly later and we need to be back at camp.
Good. He had to go to the vet the other week and he had a bit of a problem in his ear, so that wasn't great. And then one of the other horses tripped in the field and kind of got a little bit hurt too. So my week has not been the best, but what about your week? And I'm so glad we're here. What has your week been like? How have the horses been?
My week's been okay. Just lots of training of the horses, really. Looking forward to this, getting all ready. Managed to get somebody to come and be able to kind of take care of all of the horses while I'm kind of away for a couple of days. But it's been pretty chilled apart from Rune. It was Rune. So Rune, I think she kicked Magic. That ride felt so quick. It was over before we knew it, and we were already back at the yard getting ready to untack and cozy down for the night. Little did I not, I completely forgot that we had games, so I was running a little late without knowing, and Emily just came up to me while I was tacking up, and she was like, "What are you doing? It's games time." Anyway, so I had to speedy untack, and then I had to run, like, as fast as if my life depended on it after putting on this little Mrs. head collar. Then I had to run as fast as I could back to the little hut thingy over here where we kind of are going to be sleeping. And I had to change, and then it was time for the games before I knew it. So the first game was a little bit of a show jumping course on foot, obviously. Pony Club has lots of fun activities that you can do, the evening activities, and I believe I was third, which was very nerve-wracking because only two other people had been, but honestly, I could not have felt more proud of myself and more happy. It was so freaking fun. Like, if you can ever go to Pony Club camp, I so recommend. It is literally the best experience ever. And everything is just, like, positive energy. Like, everyone was cheering us on. So fun, honestly. And then it was time for the egg and spoon race, and I dropped my egg. And I luckily scooped it back up, stuffed it on my spoon, and walked over the bridge successfully with a little bit of a crack. But it's fine, because then last of all, we did a little bit of a running maze, and I did not win, but I still had a really good time. I did not win any of those, but I still had such a good time. Then it was time for dinner, and I was so exhausted, so it was time to get back to the huts.
What the heck?
What happened?
Is everybody okay?